Hi, Allan Crowe here. I'm going to tell you about my um, recent incident with a biking accident, my treatment using Kerber applied research technology to get photobiomodulation and the results of that therapy. I I am a 56-year-old male, 5'6", 160 pounds, and I would estimate I'm above average in my fitness level. Athletics competitions, etc., are in my activities. So I was out cycling June 26, 2020, on a groomed trail. It was paved, and it it was paved, and I was going down into a creek where there was a metal bridge. Um, Within the creek, the pavement was uneven. My bike hit the concrete and sent me over the handlebars. I landed on the left side, very top of my shoulder, so almost on my head, but took all the force on the left shoulder, head to the side. Um, Landed, so that was about 10 feet, slid about another 5 feet, bike landed beside me. I tried to get up, couldn't. I felt like I had been hit with a baseball bat. Pain was about a 8 out of 10 is my guess. Um, and stood up, and I tried to lie down again, couldn't because it was too painful. Ended up standing up. Some passersby heard me screaming, and initially screaming, and the crash, and called 911. I was short of breath, could hardly breathe at all. Very very shallow breathing, basically, to be able to breathe. Um, Ambulance arrived, fire truck arrived. Fire truck took my bike, ambulance took me to the hospital. At the hospital, I received X-rays and waiting for the doctor. Um, the initial shock of the accident, of course, was gone, but doctor came and said two broken ribs. So it was the fifth and sixth rib on the left side, on the lateral. So that's the outside of the ribs. So fifth and sixth ribs, and I had a collapsed lung. My question to the doctor was basically, what do I need to do for this, and how long is it going to take to heal? The doctor's response was, I got to come back the next day, have a reassessment of the lung to make sure that it wasn't collapsing any further, and then it was going to take 6 weeks to heal, and all I could do was rest. So he prescribed no painkillers, no, no pain medication was prescribed, and I didn't take any on my own. I could resume activity as pain permitted, and if necessary, my ribs could be bound, and I guess my arm immobilized. But on June 27th, I went to Kerber, as I was familiar with. In my training, I'd used the Kerber technology to recover from endurance racing, and also for general muscle strains and pains from training, to help you recover and get back to exercising quicker. I used the Kerber the light bed, so full body device that half of a tanning bed that had been converted. and the wavelengths were 600 nanometers to 1350 nanometers. I stayed in the bed approximately 45 minutes. Almost immediately after, so I'd had persistent pain for the evening, difficulty sleeping, and had persistent pain up until I was on the bed. After the therapy session, my pain was gone. I went down at 12:30 in the afternoon and got x-rays. My lung had not collapsed any further, which was good. So I left and was to come have a follow-up x-ray in a couple weeks. At 2 p.m. in the afternoon, I was out on my bike. The next day, did a 25-kilometer ride. Not strenuous at all. Next day after that, I went and got more light therapy, and essentially I maintained a light therapy session every day on the bed for the next 2 weeks. Okay, maybe not every day, maybe 4 to 5 days a week. And I was riding every day 25 kilometers after that. After the third day, so on the 29th, I went for a 2-kilometer run, and experienced no pain at all, no persistent pain in my rib cage. I did have, as I would do activities, I'd experience sharp pains because I was probably overdoing it. On the 11th of July, I brought home a SunPowerLED panel, but a 12 by 14 inch LED panel that provides 660 nanometer wavelengths of light, 850 nanometer, and 940 nanometer. So 3 different wavelengths of light. That I used again. I was getting an hour, half hour to an hour every day of treatments on the area. After 2 weeks, so specifically July 20th, almost 3 weeks. 3 weeks in, I went in for X-rays into the emergency again. And the treating physician got the x-rays and essentially said to me, "Are you sure you've broken your ribs? Because the x-ray does not indicate that there was a break." He couldn't find them. He said the specialist may be able to find them, but he couldn't find them, and that the ribs had ever been broken. And I'd not experienced any pain up until that time. Persistent pain, no breathing, no sleeping, any of it. Took no pain medication. So the summary is that in 1 day I was without pain. In 3 weeks there was no indication that I'd ever had a break on either of the ribs, and I'd experienced no chronic pain whatsoever. Was back within 3 weeks training and increasing my mileage again. So my experience with photobiomodulation has been nothing but good, both on the injury side and on the training and recovery side. Thank you.